Hi, welcome everyone. I'm Looby Macnamara and I'm joined today with Jon Young, founder of the H. Shields Institute. And together we've kind of co-founded the Cultural Emergence project more or less a year ago, where we started to look at the tools we might need and the principles for cultural emergence. How do we change the culture we've got on the planet for more cultures of care and connection? So Jon, welcome, and for you to share today something about how cultural emergence has benefited you personally.
Well, yeah, thank you so much, Looby. And thanks people for watching, tuning in for a second. And I hope you can hear the blackbird in the background at Looby's place there. I'm hearing it over here. There's quite a lot. I was actually surprised by what cultural emergence moved in me, essentially, because you were talking about how do we change the culture around us, essentially, to bring about a more caring and connective world. And of course, we both share that core values. I'm sure a lot of people do, and thank God they do, right? Because otherwise I might have to go to Mars with the next flight. But the thing that surprised me was how much my own internal culture had to change in order for me to become more aware of even the concentric rings that were coming out of me, maybe in a way, and so many wonderful internal and external reflections in the cultural emergence principles and the leadership principles that we shared and experienced, and then the application of the Acorn model live with people, when we were together for the intensive at your place. It was really fun to see the synergy of social permaculture and cultural mentoring all coming together to brew around and move around and then pop out with these emergent and new forms that brought both you and I to new edges, which I can't thank you enough for, and the process for. And, cultural emergence is emergent itself, so we actually used cultural emergence to generate cultural emergence, which was also something I really loved, which is one of the principles. And I really can't see how everybody on the planet couldn't benefit from that. And I do think, because it's a bit humbling to suddenly see yourself with all these new eyes from all these different directions, and then have to kind of like, oh, wow, I am unaware of that part of my impact on others, or gosh, that thinking is so sort of self-sabotaging, and man, I could be so much more effective if, and all these kinds of ahas that I had as a leader, just from being part of the experiment. And I hear that from virtually everybody, and then all of us also scratching our heads like, what do we do with this? As we are all becoming really aware of the scale of the challenge that faces humanity right now, and of course the ecosystems that support all life. But I really feel like, if cultural emergence was something that ended up in every town, village, organization, it would go a long way to synergizing faster change. And of course, as you know, that was my goal when I came together, that I stated I wanted to surround myself with an effective team that was globally focused and to really scale up the effectiveness of the work that I've been doing in the world. But I would also say, prepare yourselves, folks. If you get involved in cultural emergence, you're liable to see your own life's work transform, as I have. And that's not a negative. It's not like, oh, I was on the wrong track. It's more like the skins fall off and the newer, more powerful version of it arise. And I can't, say enough for it. So it's been a fun journey, and look forward to doing more with you in that realm.
Yeah, thank you, Jon. Yeah, I'd like to echo that. Similar thoughts from me about how it's benefited me. It's kind of really helped me develop my awareness of culture and how I am influenced and influence as well. So this two-way track for culture, and how it's so, culture is so fluid, and we have this potential to change. And so it's given me a lot of hope that we can find those tipping points and find those emergent properties from this coming together. And I do hope that many people get involved with it and find out its own magic as well for themselves.
I agree, and I look forward to the next round, because the thing I can say is that everyone who participated in the Cultural Emergence course these are all people I want to know the rest of my life. You know, I think it's attracting people that I want to spend time with and I want to support and who want to support me. And I think they all feel that way about each other. And of course, the way we sort of manifested the different aspects of that course collectively sort of generated that, you know, let's use emergence to support emergence and to teach it. And, you know, that automatically brings us all into these core value sets that foster connection, you know, because ultimately culture is about connection, you know, and when it's really working, we connect to ourselves, to each other, and to nature. And hopefully also to the future generations, which is the return of our, what you might call our indigenous responsibility as members of the planet Earth, you know. So I'm just really excited about cultural emergence, and let's keep growing this.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. Well, if you'd like to know more about Cultural Emergence, we have a Facebook page, Cultural Emergence. So join there and you'll see there's courses happening around Europe, and I'm sure Cultural Emergence will cross the pond at some point as well. So do get in touch and join our Facebook page. Thank you for listening and watching us.
Thank you, Looby. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.